That's not fair. This town gets this, and that city's going to say, that's not fair. That city gets that. We want it too. Why should they? It's going to cause this ridiculous amount of bickering. And in fact, this has been the trend here in the state and in the entire country. It's called special interest group warfare of sorts, where one group says that they deserve X, Y, and Z, and another group says that they deserve X, Y, and Z, and then the country gets caught up in this, it's not fair because he, it's not fair because she, it's not fair because they. All the while, we're not focusing on the fundamental problem, which is that we're all suffering from things like excessive taxes. We're all suffering from the consequences of excessive debt. We're all suffering from these things. We're suffering together, ladies and gentlemen. We're suffering together. Now, there is a principle that I passionately uphold in all of my political thinking, and it is this. All people should be treated equally under the law. I want to say it again. I've said it before, but it is such an extraordinarily essential principle. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe all people should be treated equally under the law. Now, where do I get my basis for this principle? Well, let's look back to the 1850s when slavery still existed, and in particular, people with dark brown skin. There's a term ascribed to some of them, African Americans, black. I don't like getting into these racial discussions. Whatever. But the point is, people who had a particular color of skin were treated by the law one way, and people with another skin color were treated by the law a different way. And it was therefore unfair. It propped up certain people with luxuries and privileges while other people were doomed to slavery. Now, just because a particular group today isn't enslaved doesn't make the principle irrelevant, because it's about the principle. It was about the principle then, and that's why the principle still matters now. And as I've already pointed out, look at all the bickering that goes on in this country and in this state over entitlements and tax credits and subsidies. It's ridiculous. It's a waste of our time, ladies and gentlemen. And there's so much inequality under the law, and so much of it is economic inequality. And the irony is, it's not the natural, healthy, capitalistic economic equality that is always inevitable. Because economic inequality is very different than legal inequality. Economic inequality means you have the right to earn as much as you can and do with it as you choose. Whereas legal inequality means, these people get special treatment because of some aspect of them, and you don't. Legally, they get special treatment. It's not fair, ladies and gentlemen. It's not fair. Here's another example of inequality under this particular law, the New Jersey Economic Opportunity Act of 2013. This law provides tax credits for businesses that demonstrate that they will, quote, yield a net positive benefit for the state, close quote. This is in Section 3A of the law. What is a positive benefit to the state? How do we determine what a positive benefit to the state is? Personally, I think not having the highest property tax rate throughout the entire country would be a great benefit to the state. I think having a governor who didn't call his fellow citizens idiots would be a great benefit to the state. Those are just two examples. But I don't know that this is exactly what the law is pointing to. It's actually not defined, which makes it very open for the Economic Development Authority to be very loose in determining who qualifies and who doesn't. They can pretty much do whatever they want without concrete standards to adhere to, which sets up a lot of inequality under the law. But we see a little bit later in this law, right after Section 3A, that while I'm not sure if the following types of businesses necessarily define absolutely that they would provide positive benefits to the state, but says that particular industries, that businesses within particular industries that create X amount of full-time jobs will get tax credits as incentive. And here they are, the favored industries, ladies and gentlemen. Any advanced computing company, advanced materials companies, biotechnology companies, electric device companies, environmental technology companies, medical device companies. Sure, these sound like great things in terms of, yeah, these are great industries that provide great services, but that's not an exhaustive list. It's not an exhaustive list at all. And what if you're not a company, but you're a self-employed individual? What if you are a psychologist? What if you are an artist? What if you are an independent marketer? Your services don't matter? Your services don't provide positive benefits to the state? Your services, which could bring you X amount of income to throw into the economy, don't allow for more jobs to exist and be created? That's a bunch of crap. You see what's happening here, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Government is picking and choosing industries and companies that they want to have the most economic power. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is remnant of a political system called fascism. It is not capitalism, in which there is equality under the law, which allows for economic competition, in which we, the people, with our dollars, choose which businesses and industries we think are the best for us at this time. So you see, this inequality under the law of the New Jersey Economic Opportunity Act of 2013 takes away your choice and the value of your dollar. And for many of you, ladies and gentlemen, you get to watch a group of people enjoy tax credits while you suffer more tax increases. Not fair, and it needs to change. And if you elect Don DeZarn and I to the New Jersey legislature, we will fight for you. Thank you so much for watching today, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless the state of New Jersey, and may God bless America.